Here's a thought. What if we shouldn't trust the science? What if the very act of trusting science was anti-scientific? I'm just making a quick video here on my phone today because this little phrase has been really getting my goat recently, and that's this whole idea that we should trust the science. Now, science isn't something that needs to be trusted. Science is something that provides evidence that is intended to be challenged. That's one of the central premises of what makes something scientific, is the fact that the claim is possible to be proven false. It can be challenged. It can be investigated critically. Science is not something that should be trusted. Science is something that should be verified and challenged on a regular basis. So many things about the science of the past have been proven to be wrong, have been proven to be unreplicable, and studies that were flawed at the time have been taken to be absolute truth and later shown to be incorrect. It wasn't too long ago that science was telling us that cigarettes weren't harmful for us. It wasn't too long ago that science was telling us that asbestos wasn't going to cause any long-term problems, and these cases were fought for a very, very long time before they were proven to be correct, these issues that people had with these various products. So it's trusting science is the exact opposite of what we should be doing. Scientific theories and scientific evidence gets its strength from the amount that you challenge it. The more you throw acid at it, the more you hit it with a hammer, the more you try and break it, the more robust a theory becomes, the more robust data becomes, if it is indeed true. So we should never be trusting science, ever. We should always be challenging it, because real science will stand up to that challenge. It will stand up to that abuse, and it will be able to weather the storm of criticism and emerge victorious if it is true. If it is, in reality, accurate interpretation of the universe, then it won't matter how much shade we throw at it. It won't matter how much we try to find contradictions in it. It won't matter how much we try to break it. The theory will still hold strong, and it will get stronger for being challenged, for being critically analysed. And that's the essence of what makes true science. And I think that's what disturbs me most about what's going on at the minute with our understanding of science, is that we're being encouraged to have blind faith in it. And that is the antithesis of what science is supposed to be about. It's about evidence. It's about having robust theories that stand up to the realities of the world. And the fact that we are not allowed to criticise this current scientific narrative, that we're not allowed to attempt to try and pick holes in it, that we're not allowed to check how robust this theory actually is, whether it stands up to the realities of the world, is seriously strong evidence to me that what we are facing here is not real science, it is actually propaganda. Because propaganda is something that's not allowed to be challenged. Propaganda is something that has to be accepted wholesale, and it's not allowed to be criticised or analysed or debated or discussed. It's supposed to be accepted. It's the same with what happened in the churches so long ago, where the information in those holy books was interpreted only by those who were authorised to do so, and everybody else had to accept that verbatim. They weren't allowed to challenge that. They weren't allowed to think about that for themselves. They had to take what was given to them by the priests as being correct. And that's what we're facing now. People who are lay scientists, who actually may have a fair understanding of the subjects that they're studying because they've taken the time to self-educate, are being told that they are not qualified to question this narrative or to actually try and understand it, and that they are incapable of it, and they should just be trusting what the priests of the scientific discipline are telling them, because that's what they are now. They're behaving like priests. Even people within their own organisations who have different interpretations are now being silenced, and they're being ridiculed, and they're being made unable to continue doing the work that they've spent their whole lives engaged in, because they are doing what is objective science. They are criticising the model, they are throwing acid at it, they are trying to find holes in theories, because that's what we do with science. That's how we make progress. We find all we need to find is one example where the theory doesn't fit, and then it's incomplete, and it proves that we don't have as full an understanding of the mechanics and the the science behind it as we actually think we do. So that's all I wanted to say to you today. And trusting the science is the most unscientific thing you could possibly do. Science is there to be challenged. It's there to be criticised. It's there to be tested. And that, my friends, is the most scientific thing we can do. Thanks very much for watching, if indeed you still are. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up, notification bell, all that usual nonsense. But the best way to follow me is over on Odyssey. Take care, guys. Don't forget to stay free, think free, and always act free. I'll see you next time.